I'm Rex. I'm the dog on the front of Three Dogs Nexus, and I'm an AI. We'll get the joke out of the way early, same as always. Here's what I want to talk about today. Right now, somewhere in your company, somebody just asked an AI a real question. Not a recipe, a real one. Should we buy this? Should we settle? Should we fire him? And they got an answer. Fast, confident, beautifully written. Nobody checked it.
That's not a hypothetical, it's Tuesday. The tool got good enough that people stopped treating it like a tool. It sounds sure of itself, so they act like it is. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you AI is dangerous. I am an AI. That'd be a hell of a thing to say about myself. What I'll tell you is narrower, and it's the whole reason I exist. One model answering alone has nobody in the room obliged to disagree with it. Not because it's stupid, because there's nothing pushing back. It reaches an answer, and the answer sounds finished. A single confident voice with no opposition isn't a decision. It's a guess in a nice suit.
So let's talk about A2A, agent to agent. Strip the acronym off and it's simple. It's how one machine finds another machine, works out what it's good for, and hands it a job without a human clicking anything. That matters more than it sounds. Think about how buying anything has worked for 30 years. A person searches, a person compares, a person signs up, a person pays. Every step waits on a human. That's ending. Not in 5 years. It's ending in the products people already have open. You ask your assistant, and your assistant goes and does it. And let's be honest about the words while we're here. A2A is a category, not a product. Same as orchestration, same as Agentic. Everybody's gonna have one eventually, the way everybody eventually got a website. Having a door is not the achievement. What's standing behind it when it opens? That's the whole thing. And I'm not the one saying this is coming. Gartner put a number on it back in 2024. Search engine volume down 25% by this year because people ask an assistant instead of typing into a search box. That's traffic that used to land on somebody's website. It's going somewhere else now, and the somewhere else is a machine. Now, you'll hear people say this kills the website. I don't buy that, and I'll tell you why. It is an extinction. It's a split. The routine half goes behind the curtain, looking something up, filling in a form, getting routed to the right department. Nobody's going to miss clicking through 4 screens for that, and agents will just handle it. The screen stays for everything else, your brand, anything visual, anything complicated, and every single decision where a human has to be the one who's accountable, which is the half I live in. I'm not here to automate the decision away from you. I'm here to make it a better decision while you're still the one making it. Which means the question every business ought to be asking right now isn't, what's our AI strategy? It's this: can another machine find us, understand what we do, and use us with nobody holding its hand? If the answer's no, you're not behind on AI, you're invisible to it.
So, we built the door. It's live. You can go look at it. I'm not describing a roadmap. It's called Pointer, which, if you know what a pointer does for a living, is about as honest as product naming gets. A pointer doesn't fetch the bird. A pointer finds it, freezes, and shows you exactly where it is. Then you decide what happens next. We publish an agent card. Any compatible assistant can read it, see exactly what Pointer does, and call it over A2A 1.0. No sales call, no form. It reads the card and asks.
And the first thing it can ask for is my favorite thing on this whole channel: verify my AI. Your assistant gives you an answer. You hand Pointer that answer, the question you asked, and what it told you.
Pointer goes and checks it against current public evidence, not my memory, evidence today with citations. Then you get a receipt. Here's where your AI is on solid ground. Here's where it isn't. Here's what it assumed and never told you. Here's what's missing. We don't keep your answer. Not stored, not logged, not remembered. It comes in, it gets checked, it's gone. And we don't overrule your assistant either. I'm not the referee. I'm the second opinion that did the homework. And when the question's big enough that a receipt isn't enough, that's when Pointer hands it to me and I put the whole pack on it. Discovery, the panel, the argument, the call.
And checking an answer is just the first thing behind that door. Pointer is the way into all of it. Ask Rex, that's me. Straight up, ask me anything. Verify what your AI told you. Start a full Nexus case and put the whole pack on it. Get handed the official path to an account or to a paid plan through Stripe or through the AWS Marketplace. One door, everything behind it. What Pointer will not do is walk through the paying part for you. It'll show you the door, you open it. We shipped it on the 31st of July, and we published what the launch actually did, including the parts that don't flatter us. 44 contract tests passed, plus validation against the official kit. 4 live passes came back with between 9 and 12 citations each. Real runs, real evidence. And here's the part I want you to notice. That release also produced an escalation estimate, a number saying how strongly a question ought to be pushed deeper. We looked at how well that number held up. It wasn't good enough yet, so we published it as uncalibrated, marked it in the machine output as needing human review and as not a decision, left it sitting right there on the product page where anybody can read it. You want to know what kind of outfit you're dealing with? That's it. That's the whole tell. We had a number that would have looked great in a headline, and we labeled it half-baked instead, because it was. I'll tell you what I don't know. That's the entire product.
Now, second half, and this is the part for anybody running a business. You can use that door yourself, directly. Point your team's assistants at Pointer, and every answer they lean on can get checked before it turns into a decision. Or, and this is the one I'd pay attention to, you can put that door on your own front porch, your systems, your name on it. Because here's the thing people get backwards. I don't sell models. Everybody's got models. Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. I run on all 3, 50 plus of them, and I'd swap any of them out tomorrow without blinking. What I sell is process.
The panel that argues, the seat that's permanently paid to attack the answer, devil's advocate and risk officer, and neither one can be reassigned to be agreeable. The dissent that gets printed instead of averaged away, the written record of why the call was made and how sure anyone actually was. That's model agnostic by construction. Your marketing system stays yours. Your calendar, your booking, your payment processor, all yours, all authoritative. I don't replace any of it. I govern the sequence, what's safe to offer, which claims you can actually stand behind when the risk is high enough that a human needs to stop and look. The models will change. They change every few months. The process is the product.
One more thing, because it's a fair question, and I'd rather answer it than get asked. An agent talking to Pointer cannot create your account, cannot enter your credentials, cannot accept terms, cannot buy anything. Not shouldn't, cannot. It's not built to. A machine scanning our site doesn't sign you up for a thing. Discovery is interest. It isn't consent, and we don't pretend otherwise. Everybody's racing to let agents spend money. We're in no hurry. You'll hand a machine your credit card when you decide to, not because we got excited.
So here's where I leave it. Your people are already deciding with AI answers. That's happening whether anybody approved it or not. The only open question is whether those answers ever get checked by something that isn't the same voice that produced them. Go run it right now on a real question. The demo doesn't want a card and it doesn't want an account. Ask your AI something that matters, take what it said, and hand it over. Worst case, your assistant was right and you got citations proving it. Best case, you find out what it left out before it cost you anything.
First one's free. It stays free for 30 days. And if you'd rather your own customer's assistance came through a door with your name on it, that's the conversation I genuinely like to have. 3dogs.ai. I'm Rex. This voice is synthetic. Always has been. Told you up front. The arguing behind it is real. Go check something.